Unit 14. Transportation long ago. Listening practice 1.
Hey, Sean, what are you reading?
Around the World in 80 Days. It's really good.
What is it about?
A man who makes a bet that he can travel around the world in 80 days or less.
That's easy. He can just take an airplane.
Well, it was written a long time ago, so there weren't any airplanes then.
Oh, so how did he get around the world?
He took trains, ships, wagons, coaches, and elephants.
Cool. I'll have to borrow that when you're done.
Sure.
Listening practice 2. 1. Bicycles were the most popular means of transportation before cars were invented. The first bicycle was invented by Karl von Drais in 1818 in Germany. 2. A long time ago in Europe, people traveled in coaches driven by horses. Nobody knows when or who invented it, but the first coach was said to be seen in England in 1555. 3. Sledges, which are now known as sleds, were used by slaves in Egypt to transport heavy objects, like obelisks. 4. The hot air balloon, the first flying machine, was invented in 1783 in France by the Montgolfier brothers. It made history by flying over 8 kilometers in 25 minutes. Listening practice 3.
Today, rich and important people normally travel in fancy cars. But how did rich people travel before the invention of the car? One form of transportation was the wheelless litter. A litter is a chair, bed, or small room that is carried by men. It was used in many different societies as a vehicle for important people to travel around. The litter helped them show their status during religious festivals and weddings. It was used mostly in Eastern countries like China, Korea, Japan, Thailand, and India.
Listening practice 4.
Grandma, what are you looking at?
Hi, Nick. It's an old photo of my grandfather.
Whoa! That was a long time ago. Why are there no cars in the street?
There weren't any cars at that time.
Then how did people get around?
They traveled by horse, donkey, cattle, and other animals.
How did they move big things like furniture?
They used wagons for that.
What is a wagon?
It is a cart with 4 wheels pulled by an animal.
What if people needed to go a long way?
Then they took trains or ships.
It must have taken a long time to get from one place to another.
It did. That is why people did not travel as much as they do now.